Trying to get a bit of height on it now. That's happy days. This is the bit of foliage that I had earlier on. I'm just going to start putting this on here just to weigh it down a bit. Oh, look at that. Second strike and it's got there. So let's put my knife away. Hi everybody and welcome back to LUNDY'S Wildcamp stroke Bushcraft, and as you can see I'm back out and I'm at the Wasp Hive camp. That's what it's being called because I had a wasp hive in it through the summertime, so I wasn't unable to use it. But you can see nature's took over, all the weeds and everything come back, even in my fire pit and everything, it's all being taken over inside the shelter as well, especially like around the seat area. Obviously I've left my cam net out when I was checking it, and as you can see there's loads of dead bits of weeds and brackling and all sorts of stuff in there, and some of this horrible stuff growing. So I'll get the gloves out, get the spade out, we'll take all the slats off the bed and everything and get it sorted. Obviously the wasp hive was in this area, so I took all the leafage and everything off there. I'll re-put all that back on as we go through the day. But anyway, welcome to all new subscribers. Don't forget, like, comment and subscribe on this video. And if you really like these type of videos, there's a new thing on YouTube called hype. The more hypes I get, the more YouTube will hype me videos out. So don't forget, if you do like it and you're a keen follower of the channel, do hype the videos when you see them coming on. It will help the channel massively. So anyway, before I get into waffle mode, I'm going to get myself a drink of water, get this chest rigging there off, get some tools out, and we'll get straight to work because the daylight's going quick these days. About 4 o'clock. It's about 11 o'clock now, so we need to get moving. See you in a bit. Right, well, time to get this camp in order. So I'm undonning the leather gloves. I forgot to bring my spare pair, so hopefully they don't get too wet. And I've got my shovel handy, which is a really good shovel. Just going to put the the cover on there. Okay, and yeah, let's get going. So obviously this is my fire area here. I'm just going to stick the shovel there a second. I've got a couple of bits of wood lying around. We'll get rid of this cam net when it's untangled from all the poles. It's caught on everything. It's got brambles in it and everything. There'll be two little bits of log that I had made a makeshift table with. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hide over there, because this area over here, I'm not really bothered about that being overgrown. What we need to get sorted first is all this area. So as you can see, we've got brambles everywhere. So we'll just start picking them out.
Say something that will make my day, 'cause these memories of her won't go away. They're haunting me so I can't sleep. She was a pretty little liar who cut me deep, 'cause she left me here alone. Now my bed feels just like cobblestone. Oh, Where did she go? Oh, was I supposed?
Right, well, as you can see, that's the main area done for now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to concentrate on inside the shelter. All right, don't really need the spade anymore, so I'll just dig it in there. As you can see, it's quite muddy as well. So what I might go and do is I might go and get some fresh leaf footage coverage from over there and just sprinkle around here a bit and put a bit of a carpet of leaves on just to stop the mud, because it will get muddy all the time. Now I have got some water here from the last time, so I'm just going to put that on the roof so it's out of the way. These are a few slats that I took off just when I was investigating where the thing is. I'm going to hire all my firewood that I've got stashed in here as well into the fire pit. It seems some of it's dry, some of it's wet, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Got a nice chunk there. There's no inside of it, is that? Nope. But I've even got little twigs and everything in here. Well, that's happy days. Hopefully I'm not upsetting too many little creatures' homes. But I didn't tie down any of the slats in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a few up. I can easily replace them. I just want to see what's underneath the actual bed itself. And then what I might do is, if I'm happy with it and I cannot see any little wasp cocoons or anything, then I'll put it all back together. And yeah, I'll bring you in for a closer look in a minute, and so you can see what I'm seeing underneath here. But there is a couple of like little bits of crap left under here. But yeah, can I see anything untoward underneath? Shelter seems to be holding up quite well underneath here as well. Right, so as you can see, underneath the bed slats, it's absolutely bone dry underneath here. All right, so we're just moving all the rest of them down just to have a look and see if we can find anything that shouldn't be there. And it looks fine. There's an odd couple of brambles in here, look, that we just need to get rid of. It's obviously Mother Nature has been taken over. It's just so I didn't stick into them, that's all, you know. We'll get rid of all this leaf footage, see what we can find under here. So I've just seen something there that looked a bit, oh, it's just little acorn type things. I thought it was something else, but we'll just keep checking them. You can see that one there, it was actually starting to grow a few roots. I haven't got anything in here that feels like a wasp hive or anything, so that's really good. I'll just get rid of all the weeds, all the shite off here, because it'll just end up falling on us. That's it, lovely jubbly. Right, what I'm going to do is we'll get the bed put back to normal, and then I think I might get some cordage out. Now I'm happy with it, and we'll get some of them tied down a bit. But I am happy with under here. It's nice and dry, so that tells us that the shelter's worked well over the last, what, 8 months, 6 months, something like that. But yeah, right, I'll get the rest of the slats on. I'll get the bottom of there uncovered with all the crap and everything, and then yeah, well, that's the bed back to normal. And what I've done is I had a small bit of plastic that I used for the actual shelter cover. It's heavy duty black plastic. I've put that underneath the bed, as you can see. Well, I hope you can anyway, and that'll stop anything from growing underneath the bed. The foot end is not quite covered like, but that's not a problem. I've got to go back to the main camping anyway to get a couple of bits and pieces just for later on. And yeah, so anyway, I bought some of this silver foil. This was to make some window covers. It's a bit flimsy, thing. It's what you put behind radiators. So what I thought was, I'll bring a roll of it out and I'll put some underneath the shelter. What it'll do is it'll lighten it up in there a bit, and anyway when the light's on a night time, because it'll shine off the silver. But also what it'll do is it'll retract, it'll bounce any heat that's in there back down over onto me in the shelter as well. So let's get a couple of strips done, we'll get it fitted and we'll see what it looks like. And I've just realised I've got a kneeling pad here, so that'll be nice for it to sit on until I get my main camping stuff out. Happy days. Right, let's get cracking with this. So all we're going to do is we're just going to get it and we're going to roll it out so I get it roughly the right length. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'll probably get about one strip out of it, to be honest, by the looks of it. So that's about there, and we'll just get my knife out. Let's be a little bit more gentler with it, Jimmy, because we're just ripping it there. I'm just going to put my knife on there for a second. Hopefully we'll probably get another strip out of it. So all we're going to do is, I'm going to do it not quite right down the bottom. This might be a bit of a nightmare actually getting it underneath all the slats, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to start from the centre here. Trying to keep it nice and straight. What I think will be easier is if I actually lie on the bed. Yeah, that's much easier. And just get it underneath these slats. Oh yeah. As you can see, it's quite bowing down here, so I think I'm going to have to put another slat under here. I've got some at my other camp that I've done, so I think once I've got this next bit on, I'll shoot off. I'll do this next bit off camera, I'll shoot off, and I'll bring some slats back off my other bed, and we'll get some slats put in here just to strengthen up the roof a bit, because the last thing I want is it getting too heavy and actually collapsing on us. All right. Right, well, that's the second bit of silver foil on, and I haven't got very far to go to get my bed slats. They're just over here, which is about 100 metres, if that, away from the main shelter there. It's a bit boggy down here, like underfoot, but there you go. There's my A-frame still there. Obviously it will be because nobody else comes in here because it's private, but I've got loads of nice slats there. Actually, I've got some nice bits of firewood there as well. I'll come back and get that off camera, but I've got lots of slats here, and I'm probably going to use that A-frame there and possibly that long pole for me tarp, or I might even use the ones that's on the ground actually, and then leave the longer ones. But anyway, I'm going to get some of that stuff, about 4 or 5 of them, take them back because the rest of them are going to get used for something else, and then we'll start concentrating on getting I've got a canvas shelter, canvas tarp to put up over the seating area, obviously just to keep us protected from any rain that comes, and obviously with the winter months coming, that'll be happening, but we'll get to that in a bit when I get the frame sorted. Right, let's get these slats over to camp and I'll show you what I'm doing with them. Well, I brought 5 of these slats over, and as you can see, they're just a little bit too short, about that much too short. So I've got 2 larger ones as well. And I just want to get it roughly where I can see where it's starting to bow a little bit, which is down this bit here. Just get it underneath, lift it up a bit so I can see where it's going to go to. I've got my saw here. So all I'm going to do is, I've got that right under, so that's happy days. Now I'm just going to cut it there, so I know where the cut's going to go, and then what I'll do is I'll slide it underneath and then get it sorted, and that'll just stop that from bowing under and that's where the heaviest part is at the moment. So let's find where I've just put that cut, which is there. Let's just get it finished off. New saw, which is really good. So let's see if I can get this under there. This is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? Right, let's take that bottle of water off there, because that'll be a bit of weight on it as well, like. And I think we're going to have to go in through the top. Yeah, through there. I can feel it on top of the main stump where I've got the back of my shelter. This is just to prevent too much weight, because some of the slats I've got on here are quite skinny actually. So this is just going to firm it up a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's much better. It's nice and flat there now, because this one here is really skinny, and that's just took up a lot of pressure there. So I think what I'll do is I'll get another one cut and I'll put it in the centre part, and it's, yeah, it feels okay here actually. So I might just leave it for now, but that's made it much more secure, which is absolutely brilliant. So I've got less chance of it actually snapping and collapsing in on us as the rain comes and the snow and things. But I think what I might have to do, I know it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, but what I think I might have to do is, up here, I might have to get another Y stick and put that in here, and I might actually block this top end off for me heading anyway, and just have the opening to get in, because I'll be sitting in this chair most of the time and anyway. So yeah, that could be a bit of footage for later. But I can feel rain coming, so I need to get my arse in gear. Right, well, as you've seen, that's the roof sorted now, so I'm happy with that being secure. And inside of here, I've got a canvas tarp, and I've got me seat mat as well. And obviously the bit that goes on top of me bed. And then this is a bit of old canvas I had left over from when I got mine and Roney's stretcher beds made. So it is quite long, and I think it's going to be wide enough. Oh, definitely, it's probably going to be too wide, to be honest. But so yeah, it's going to go over the top of the fire a little bit, but it's going to cover, let's see where it's going to go to. So it's going to cover the best part of the shelter as well. So I'm going to tie it from up at the back here. All right, so you can see how far it comes out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it so it comes up a bit, just so it's out the way. I'll go and get another couple of slats done, and we'll get them like put so they can go through the eyelets, and then we'll be okay. So yeah, happy days. And because of it's being canvas as well, the fire's not going to interrupt with it either, as you can see. All right. And because it's nice and bright, what I think I might do is I might get this bit of cam net and just put that over the top of it, just to make it not stand out too much from the distance. Not that I've got anything to worry about, like, because, like I say, nobody comes around here. The canvas will be getting taken down when I leave as well, and stored away properly. Right, let's get some poles, let's get that tied on, and we'll see what's going to happen next. Right, well, it's been a little bit of time since I last spoke to you, and me being me, I've got a little bit carried away. I've started making another bit of an extension onto the shelter, really. Instead of having like a loose tarp hanging on there and take it on and off all the time, carry it in and carry it out, I'm going to extend the shelter. I didn't want to at first, but then I thought, no, it's logic, because I want to sit in my chair. I don't want to be squashed underneath me on my bed too far away from the fire, especially in the winter months. So here we'll have it. I've brought all the slats over from my other camp where I've done the A-frame shelter. The video's in the in my playlist if you want to go and check that out. But there we go. Here's my A-frame. So basically, I've dug the uprights into the ground. It's quite soft, so I've just pushed it into the ground, and I've got a cross beam going to the main shelter on both sides, and then a ridge pole on top of there. It's a little bit wobbly at the moment, but as I get the slats on, it'll be better, and then I'll cut these off when I'm ready. Okay, now as you can see, the overhang, the porch area, I'm going to call it, hasn't come all the way down. I don't want it to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a wall coming round here, and I might build a small roof on that just to thing it in, and then that's going to be my storage area for wood. Instead of having it all out in the open, I can have all my wood processed in there, and I can just pick it up and feed it into the fire as I need it when I'm sitting on my chair. Or it can be used to store my burgen in. So we'll see how far ahead we get with that bit, but the main part is getting that roof done. And then what I'm going to do is I'll put another slat coming down here, and I'll just bar this off, so it'll all be nice and like sealed away, so there'll be no driving rain or wind coming through into there. The wind can come through camp and blow the smoke away, fingers crossed. And then if I want to make it into a super shelter, obviously because I'll have that end blocked off as well, this end blocked off, I can have a nice bit of plastic coming down the front if it's really cold, and then I can make that into a super shelter once I cover all the gaps up at the back and things. And yeah, I think that's going to be a great little place to sit and to lie and sleep once I've got it all done. But once I've got the black tarp on, I've got a bit of cam net that I showed you earlier down the bottom there. I'll drape that over the top of that and then put a bit of foliage on top of it as well, and it'll blend in really nicely. Right, let's get these slats put on, and then we'll see where we're off.
I'll let you go, just need some time.
Right, well, that's the slats done on the roof. Now it's time to use the MSK knife. I've never had this out for ages. This is lovely and sharp now, and it's really good for using for all different types of things. And I'm going to make some steaks now. I've already cut them to length, but I'm going to use my MSK knife to just get a point on, because it's heavy enough to use for this kind of stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some slats up the wall. So yeah, so as you can see, well, I hope you can see it anyway. Let's bring you a little bit closer. I've just got piles of wood everywhere, so it's a bit of a nightmare getting the camera in. So you can see MSK knife. It's a survival knife. There's loads of survival stuff in here. I have got a video in me playlist for kit reviews. I've had this for years. I bought it years ago and I've never really used it, to be quite honest, since for a few years. But my mate Chris has went and sorted it out for us, and as you can see, it's just going straight through this, no bother at all. So if you haven't got loads of major heavy tasks to do, this type of knife is great. It's about 4mm thick. So at any rate, I'm not going to rub my fingers right up to the edge because it is nice and sharp, especially down at the bottom end, which I'll be using it later to make some curls. And it comes in a lovely sheath with everything on it. I'll show you a bit later on about it, but for now, let's get these stakes in and start building the wall. Okay, so I've already got one slat on the floor just to give us a rough measurement of where to put my post. And as you can see, this one will go into the ground, it'll come to about here, and the other one vice versa. So just using another bit of wood rather than an axe or anything, just to get it in the ground a little bit. And the same with this one, up against where the thing's going to go. The ground's quite soft, like, to be honest. I forgot this back post, I haven't even tied it on. My God, I've just jumped the gun a bit there, like, but never mind, we'll get that sorted. and then we'll get it all cut down to size once they're fitted properly, and then we'll just slide loads of slats in, and that should be the wall done. We've got enough there to cover all this bit, I think, and then we'll just cut it as it goes. Right, well, I've got the posts in. I've put a few slats in because I just want to get the width right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a jam knot, okay, just to keep this as tight as possible, so it's not spreading out and then I end up to pile absolutely tons of wood in. Okay, because I think I should have enough slats here to cover this wall and have a couple of bits left over. So a quick jam knot. Just to pull it nice and tight, just tie that off. Oh. Tell you what, I'm getting a bit warm doing all this work. I might have to take my jacket off. So that's that one done. And then we're just going to put one on the other side, and then we should be good to go for the rest. As you can see, that was leaning over a bit too much. There we go, that'll do. Knife, camera, action. There we go. So now the slot should be the right size. Just to push these in. You see it, and you can't even get that one in. There we go. Put it that way. Right, well, that's that wall nearly done, but I'm going to stop and get a bit of water, check the rest of the bits of wood I've got left over, and get that wood finished, that wall finished off. So as you can see, there's just a slight little gap here. All right, and yeah, we should be good to go. And then we'll go up to the big camp, get some black plastic, cover the roof over, get that all fastened down, and then what we'll do is we'll get the cam net on, and then get a bit of foliage put on, and then we'll be looking for some firewood. Now I have got some piles of stuff that I've dragged over here months ago, piled there, so that should be nice and dry now. I'll get all that cut over up, and then we've got loads of big piles over the back there as well. And then obviously I can cut these roots off if I need to, but I think I'm going to leave them because it's part of the camo, and I've got loads of wood in there in any rate, so happy days. Right, waffle, get some fluids because I've never had now to drink since I've been here, and it's now 10 to 2 in the afternoon, so I need to get my skates on. I've got 2 hours to get everything done so I can sit down and relax. Right, well, I've been up to the main camp and got some plastic. As I walked into the camp, I walked straight around into the shelters, and there's this big massive owl sat on top of my storage shelter. Couldn't believe it was massive and all, but it got a fright. I did as well, like, and it flew off. Must have been sitting there watching the wood floor to see if there was any little mice running around for its dinner. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these 3 posts off. I've got some tarp falling on the floor. I've cut it roughly to size, bigger than what I need it to be, and then I'll pin it in and cut it when I've got it on. It's going to drape over, halfway over the top of all this foliage here, and then I'll just, what I'll do is I'll probably move that all back a bit if I can, some of it, and then put a cam net on top of it, and put some weight on it, and that should keep it there. And anyway, let's get these cut. Done. Yeah, this is the Z saw. This is the larger one. You've got different coloured on the handles. Mine's the purple one, but I'll say about 30 odd pound I think I paid for it, but it's absolutely fantastic, nice and light as well. Right, so that's the roof there done. Now we need to get this bit of tarp up, which I've sort of cut to size, probably a bit bigger than what it needs to be like. but it's a bit of old tarp that I've had up in the up in camp. Let's get that cordage down there. Hopefully it hasn't got loads of holes in it. Like I didn't see any when I was cutting it, but we'll just get it on. And then what I've done is to attach it to the ridge pole, I brought some tacks down, so it just makes it easier to connect up. Right, it's got plenty of overhang at the back, which is what I need. Plenty on the sides by the looks of it. Once I get this bit done, now I've got a root sticking up there, so I think I'm going to have to get rid of that. I'll just bring you over and show you what I mean. Yeah, I'm going to take this off. Bit of root. That'll just be in the way. A bit nicely that. Always put your saw away. Give it a quick brush, get all the crap off. I'll just put that on top of my chair. And then we've got this tarp here. I don't know how I'm going to work this bit. Like, I think what I'll do is I'll fold it over slightly, like so. Sorry, the camera's not even pointing in the right direction. God, my camera works terrible. I need a cameraman, but I just can't afford it. Not like some of these bigger channels. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it over slightly, and then I'll pin it in, and then it should be good to go. And then obviously I'll drape the cam net over here as well, just to break up this a bit. But yeah, got plenty of room on the other side. There's plenty of overhang. It's just a case of getting it on and getting it sorted now, so see you in a bit. Right, well, I'm going to start tacking it. I've already put 2 in. I went and forgot to bring a small little hammer down with us that I've normally got at camp. So all I'm going to do is, now, I don't recommend doing this to anybody. Anybody watching this, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, but I'm just making sure I've got enough hangover. I'm just using the side of my knife. It's a multi-tool, isn't it? Obviously don't worry about all this bit hanging down. This will get tucked under, tacked again, and then cut the size. But the knife, it's a big sturdy knife, and I can't see any damage getting done to it at the minute, so happy days. Let's put one down here for now. Should have brought a hammer, like, but never mind. Right, let's get this all done, and then we'll get a cut to size. 10 to 3. I've done a little bit of time lapsing, but then, do you know what it is? I just got carried away and just didn't even move the camera, so I don't even know if there's going to be a time lapse on it. But I've got it sort of pinned on. I stopped using my knife and started using the axe because the blade was nearly hitting my fingers. So I've still got a little bit of tidying up to do on little bits and pieces, but I'll do that off camera. As you can see, that's sloping down there really nicely now, and I've moved all the growth from underneath that I had just originally just put on before. So that's all at the bottom of the shelter there now. So what I'm going to start doing now is get this cam net up and try and get that on as best I can. Right, well, I've got this cam net. I don't know how much it's going to stick onto it, but there's a few little bits of nasty things I need to get out of the way first, and then we'll see if we can get it up. Oh, matron. Oh, I think the farm and the dogs are on the prowl, on the little routine of checking the place. You can hear the dogs barking a bit. Right, so let's see if we can get this on here as best we can. As you can see, it's gone over there nicely. I want a bit hanging over the edge as well on this side where I've got that wall. So I've got plenty to play with on this side, as you can see. So I think this might just be enough bit of cam net, this actually. That's worked out nicely, that. Yeah, that can go over there a bit more. So that's even better. It just, so I can cam this side up away from the side, because I'm not far away from the farmer's field, to be honest. We don't need all that hanging down there. That can go over there, like so. Ah, brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, that covers that wall lovely and all. Obviously I'm not going to get it covering the whole of the base, but I'll cover that with leaves and everything, and it should be sweet as a nut. I just want this bit covered really at the front and at the side. Yeah, it's just about covered it, look. That'll just stay there, and then obviously all the bits of crap that are high up on the roof, it'll get tangled in with that like it did on the other one. So that's all we've got to do now, is just get loads of shit on there as much as I can in any weight. I think I'll leave that wall for now and use the leaves that we've got on the floor as well. So let's just take you off the stand and just take you for a quick walk around and see. Right then, so here we go. So obviously the cam net's hanging down here, and as you can see, it's breaking up a bit of the shine. But once I get all the leaves and that hide on it, it should be good to go. Obviously you can see it's coming up a little bit, that's just the edge. Once I get a bit of weight on there, it'll not puddle at all, because that's what the other tarp went like. But what I wanted really is, because there's the field, so I've just cammed this up a little bit. It looks nice from the inside and it's cammed up on the outside. I've got obviously a little bits of gaps here, which I'm not really bothered about, because a little bit of airflow is good for if the smoke gets underneath. But yeah, it's looking good. Looking good, man, looking good. Let's just hide that thing a little bit more. You can't beat a bit of army cam net, can you?
I'm aware of the bonds that were created today. When you told me that sure there's a way. The water's so still and my pain has gone away.
Right, let's take you for a little wander and have a look now. But look at that sunset coming through the trees, look. Oh yes, lovely. Right, well, as you've seen, I've pulled a bit of cam net back around there, so that's broke that up a bit, and I'll hide a little bit of leafage on there that's on the floor. And here's the top of the shelter, all nice and cammed up. A couple of little bits to go on the top, but that's either here or there. Obviously the greenage will die back like, and that's the roof done. Happy days. I just need to get some kits sorted out now, because that's a bit of a bomb site. I've got bits of plastic all over, which I'll discard of. I'll use it for underneath the shelter, like underneath my bed and that. But there you go. That's the porch bit done, and I'm quite happy with that actually. Now the big test is, have I got enough headroom? Obviously I've got a few bits on there, but I tell you what, the shelter looks absolutely fantastic now. I like the wood on the side, it's a little bit shitty like. My axe is on the floor and everything. I've got stuff everywhere, but it's sort of like it's fell down a little bit at the side there. Must be going a bit slack, but that's all right. I didn't mind having that gap at the back either, because that'll allow for some, what do you call it? Right, obviously I've got too much padding on here, but even there, look at perfect. And look at that, I've got loads of nice bits of cover now. I can stretch my legs out. And the bit that I've got at the side there, which I was on about, I can box that off, and then I'll use that as a wood storage. And just put like a slope. What I think I'll do is, I'll not even box, I might box off a little bit, or I might just hire a slope down at the side again, and then that's it. But yeah, perfect. Oh yes, I really like this. This is going to give me enough cover out of the rain, and I'm going to be sitting in this chair nice and comfy. Right, well, I'm going to take a little bit of time out from camera, get me camp tidied up, get all my kits set up, get my sleeping system out, get my chair set up properly, and I'm going to make myself a brew. Okay, so once I've had my brewing things and I'm all done and set up, I'll bring you back and show you around. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, hire comment in, and do subscribe. And do, if you're really liking the channel that much, that you like coming and watching every single video I do, please hit that hype as well. I think there's a hype thing for us smaller channels, just to get we boosted out a bit. If you see that button, please do it. It helps the channel. Thank you. Right, well, there you go then. That's me all set up now. I've just had a quick drink of water. I didn't bother with a brew. I think I'll get one of them later whenever I have a nice hot chocolate and a toffee vodka. But let's take you in and show you my setup. And as you can see in the background, we've got a lovely sunset going on as well. So I need to start getting some firewood. I've got a couple of bits there. I've got a big chunky thing there to tie up, and I've got some bits over there, but I think they're a bit wet. But I've got loads of stuff to cut up, and I've got loads of stuff over there to cut up as well. You probably hear a track vehicle in the background. That's just the farmer going around checking on all his cattle. I think he's moving his cows as well. So anyway, let's go. Let's have a look at this setup. And what I love about this camera is you don't need to put a light on underneath here. It's fantastic. Right, so as you can see, I've got my seat all done. Now the silver mat on the bottom is going to go underneath my whole sleeping system later on. That's just there for giving me extra comfort. And I've got the canvas sheet under there as well. And I've brought my chair seat down, chair cover down from main camp. Got all my tools, my brew kit, my food, my water, and everything that I need there at the side of the chair. But the main setup, if I can get in, is here we're going. So at the minute I've got a little plastic sheet on the floor just to stop us getting scruffy black, but I've got me German survival bag out there is, and what I love about this is it's got a nice big zip, so you can zip it open. If you haven't seen it, I've done a survival type on the Cheviot. I went up with no sleeping bags and no like bits and pieces, minimum clothing, and I slept in this, and I was quite warm actually. But anyway, it's a great bag. It's not the cheapest thing, but it'll give me an extra few degrees when I'm sleeping tonight. Inside of here, just to test it out, because it's going to go down to 4 degrees or 3 degrees where I am. So I've got this small thin Snug Pack Special Forces sleeping bag, the normal pillow, which is the Zero pillow from Flextail Gear, and the Flextail Gear 05 mummy air mat. Underneath there, I've got on top of me wood at the moment, I've got the German elephant ground sheet, just as an extra form of protection. But obviously this bag, I'm not sure if I'm going to zip it all the way up tonight or if I'm just going to leave my head out. I'll see. But seat's nice and comfy, look, plenty layers, and you can feel the warmth coming through it as well. So that's happy days. Like, obviously in the back there, I've got my Bergen, which fits in perfect. On top of there, this is my electrics bag. As you can see, I've got tons of stuff. I've got a new lantern to check out and test tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. But inside of here as well, I've got a tiny little tablet that I got when I bought a new phone and a new watch and that. Unfortunately, I've lost the watch. I can't find it anywhere, so it went missing. But I've got a tablet in here, a test out. It's got its own SIM card, and I want to see, I might do a test run tonight on a very short live stream. I might do it anyway, or I might just see if I can get it using up here. It'll be great for doing live streams and that, and all me torches, batteries, electrics, all that kind of stuff's in there. Tonight, for food wise, let's have a look and see what I've got. All my food and my cooking system is all in here tonight. This is a waxed canvas bag that I got made by a subscriber, Nova. I got my saw cover and everything done. She does a lot of stuff for us, but she done us these. Obviously, thank you very much, Nova. It's absolutely fantastic. It's slightly bigger than what I needed for the pot, but it's perfect because I can add little bits of food and everything in. So I've got some Haribos to munch on. I bought some curry super noodles, and then inside of here I have my zebra pot. I can't remember what size this one is, but in the top there I've got the little plate because I'll probably use that for eating out of. I've got some curry powder. I could have got a smaller container, but I've got loads of them. Inside of here for tomorrow morning, I've got 2 porridges. So to go with me super noodles, I've brought some tuna and I've brought a tin of ham. I'm going to slice this all up. I'm going to fry it off. Then I'm going to put some water in, some noodles in, boil it up, add these, add the curry sauce. Yes, there's a lot of people going, oh, you dirty bastard. But you know what it is? That's going to fill me up tonight. I've never been that hungry all day, but I am going to have a couple of jellies when I finish up speaking to you, and then I'm going to get some firewood. So that's my food, just basic food. I didn't fancy coming out and cooking a big meal because I had plans to build stuff. And as you can see, the time is ticking. It is now 10 to 4. I've got about 20 minutes now. It's going to start getting dark. So I need to start cutting loads of big branches up, get them dragged over here, and then I can process them at camp. There's loads just out there. I've got some bits here as well. But first of all, I'm going to show you something that I purchased, and I'm going to warn you, do not do the same thing I done. Let's have a look at it. Right, here we go. Here is my purchase. I've put a couple of nails into the ground, but into the tree, but it's not even going to hold it. Look at this shit. This was supposed to be so you could get a big fat log in it, right? It's supposed to be about that high, about 17 to about 20 odd centimeters wide. Okay, £29. Bought it. It's a thing that you put the logs in and you split it. Now the only size I can get in is a 1/4, which has already been split. So obviously you put that on there like so. Yeah, you should have it on a flat surface, to be honest, and use a hammer. And then it's got a blade on the bottom here, and what you do is you knock it into there, and it's supposed to split that wood. Now I don't even think it's going to do it. It's going in, but it's not what you expect. Sorry, I don't know if you can see the camera there, the footage there. Right, let's have another go. See, now I've got to nail it on, otherwise it doesn't work. But what a pile of shite. I've been well and truly, oh well, there you go, it's split. Yeah. But then can you get it back out? There, it's split it, but look at that. One bit I've done. Look at that, it's snapped already. What a pile of shite. Now I went and deleted all my emails by accident, all right, so I couldn't send it back. I just wanted to bring this onto the channel, give you a bit of a laugh, but I'll give you a warning. Do not buy from Facebook page. Anybody that's selling stuff on Facebook or Instagram, don't do it. Once you've seen something that you like, go and check out some YouTube channels and Google it on YouTube, see what they're using, then go and buy them. I got ripped £29. It said it was reduced from £69. Imagine buying that for £69. What a piece of shit. The only thing that's good for now is hiding in the bin, because look at that. I haven't even split, well, I split a 1/4 of a log and it's already broke. It just cannot handle it. It is weak as piss. Let's see if it can do another bit. Oh, it's done it. But this is supposed to make it so it's not too dangerous for you to swing an axe. But I suppose if I just sit here and do all these little bits, it'll be good for that for a while until it lasts. Until it actually, the next part of it in the middle smashes. But yeah, the object of it is to split wood, which it's doing, but it's just a piece of shit. Don't buy them, all right? Right, well, here's loads of firewood that I stacked up the last time I was here, and it should be lovely and dry because it's been off the ground, and I've got loads of bits here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly cut loads of bits, and then drag them over to the shelter, which is just at the back there. and then we'll process them. Oh no, I've just snapped the end of my saw off. Oh Christ, that's because I'm looking at the camera and doing the sawing at the same time. Oh, devastated. Right, let's concentrate on what you're doing, Jim. Still a good bloody saw though. And I've got 2 spare blades and anyway at home. So, happy days. That feels a little bit heavy, that like. Might be a bit wet.
Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. Think I was broken, I needed some time to clear my head.
So yeah, this little bag here, nice bag of goodies. As you can see, it is absolutely chocker with loads of nice bits of, what do you call it, silver birch bark, but it's like the paper kind. So I'm just going to put a load there and keep this a that bit, put it in my fire kit. What I'm going to do first of all, before I start the fire, I'm just going to get it and rough it up a little bit. Hopefully this will take a nice spark, nice and easy. Fingers crossed in any rate. So the MSK knife, it's got a pouch here which I've got some Roney's fire doofers in, just in case. Okay, and then at the side here it's got a small ferrocene rod which the elastic was already off, so I'm lucky I haven't lost it. Then you've got the knife. On the end of the knife here you've got a striker. Okay, so I've never used this for a long time, so oh look at that, second strike and it's got there. So let's put my knife away. I'll put my ferrocene rod on there for now, and let's get some twigs on. I say some twigs and then we'll hybrid branches on. But there you go. Oh yeah, that's burning lovely, that like. And all this wood here is hardwood, there's no pine. Well, a couple of bits there, like, got nettles and all sorts. But as you can see, camp is looking good. Yeehaw. Nice little fire going now. Not too big, don't need a massive fire. But aye, everywhere's pitch black now. Gets dark very quick now. Anyway, let's get sat down. Hopefully the smoke will start going a different direction. We won't be getting smoked out when I've got the camera on the go. Right, well, I've had to change my standovers just as well. I brought my selfie stick type one, because my big tripod that I use, the hunting stick, I can't remember what it's called, begins with P. It's just far too big for in here because of the way I've got the wood at the back. But tonight I've got a nice hip flask full of toffee vodka, and I've been up to camp and I went and got a British Army ration pack hot chocolate to go with that later on tonight. But tonight I've only got 2 Jack Daniels because I've been a good boy. Oh, excuse me. Tell you what, I'm surprised I'm not hungry. Like, just check, make sure there's nothing in here. So for anybody that's new to the channel, I've got 100, and I said 100 litres there, 100 ml of Jack Daniels. Actually, I'm just gonna burn that. And then I have a can of Coke in with that, and that's 2 of them for tonight with some toffee vodka, which is quite a bit of toffee vodka in there. So it's more than enough alcohol for when I'm by myself. And then when I'm out with Roney, sometimes I'll have a can and I'll have 3 Jack Daniels. But I've been looking forward to this. So in any rate, welcome to Wasp Camp. Cheers everybody. This is so cozy. I'm glad I've done this roof. I can feel the heat getting pushed in off the fire to my side. I'm still only got my t-shirts on and my jacket. I haven't put any of the layers on yet, but I can feel it in my hands. It is definitely getting cold, like. But yeah, I've got a couple of ideas for this. I'm actually thinking about making a barrier wall all the way around the outside of it. Some people, when I first started building this, just says leave it basic, just a quick lean-to and that's it. But do you know what it is? It's nice to have a camp, a comfortable camp, where it's going to be blocked by the wind and obviously covered by the rain. Now I've got a lovely seat here. The only thing that's missing from it is a tiny little table at the side. So that's something I'll have to remedy. The fire's tiny, so you know what I mean. It's not going to be a huge bonfire or anything, and it's plenty warm. It's going really well now. Obviously I used the best part of me silver birch. Now I do apologise if the camera looks a bit like slanted. All right, well what I'll do is I'll lean that way. I'm only kidding. Aye, so anyway, it's nice to be back in this woods. Can't believe I walked into my other camp and there was an owl sitting on top of the shelter. It was humongous as well. But aye, it's nice to see all the wildlife. Obviously, tonight there's a trail camera video out because I didn't go camping last weekend. I spent time with the wife and Ollie and my dogs. We went up to Harwood Forest for a day out walking, and it got absolutely, we got scruffy black and soaking wet because it poured down and it was dead muddy. Anyway, another drink of Jack Daniels. Cheers everybody. For use. So I've just went and sliced all the ham up. What I'm going to do now is put my knife down there. I'm going to get noodles, smash all them up. Now I know I've only got an hour of footage left. Put the noodles in, get the powder. Wow. Put all that shit down there, put some powder in, get the curry powder, put that in, burn that on the fire, get myself some water, I'm gonna use this just to give it a bit of a stir. Shouldn't be using that light, but oh, well that was a bit curry-fied. And then we're just gonna put the lid on and hang that over the fire, and then that's my tea done. I'll bring us back when it's all cooked. Right, let's see what this is like. Let's get some gloves out. I think the gloves are on top of the shelter. That's where I left them. Yep. Let's get this off there. Put me pot holder over there so it doesn't get burnt. And then we'll bring you back round and see what this pot of goodness is like. And I'm going to get this down my neck. And I'm going to go to sleep. So I've got my spoon here. Lid down there. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell the curry. Right, where's my other glove? Let's put this on my leg so I don't burn it. Right, it's a bit watery like. Let's have a look. Yeah. Noodles. Some chunks of ham. With some curry sauce and everything in it. Oh, that's hot. Needs to cool down a little bit. Oh, that's burned the insides, but it tastes nice with that curry powder in. Like, I think meals like this, I think you need to add loads of different things in, and not as much water as what I've put in. But anyway, it's going to warm us up. It's nice. Oh yeah, that's hot. It's very basic, but yeah. It'll do the job. Right, well, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to listen to some tunes and fall asleep in the chair, eating this. Finish off my Jack Daniels, which isn't much left. I have got a load of toffee vodka there and a hot chocolate. I might make the hot chocolate. I might not. I might just drink the toffee vodka. And anyway, I'm not recording any more tonight, so I'll see you in the morning. Adios. Thanks for watching. Right, well, good morning everybody. It's about 7:10. It is freezing. It's been raining on and off all last night. I had a hitty missy sleep. I fell asleep in the chair, woke up absolutely freezing, fire out and everything about 1 o'clock this morning, and jumped in my scratcher. I stripped down to like my leggings, and I took this top coat off. I left my black jacket on with the heater battery in it, and I had to put that on now and again throughout the night and then switch it off, you know, like falling back asleep. But yeah, had some weird dreams as well. Had a dream something was not like physically touching us, but something was like coming to the shelter and watching us and like putting some sort of like red beam on us. It was flipping weird. I woke up, I was a bit spooked when I woke up, like, yeah. But other than that, cracking night, nice and chilled. When the fire was going, it was nice and warm. Really enjoyed myself. It's got to be back in here, but it is flipping freezing this morning. My hands are like ice, so I'm gonna try and find me decent gloves, get them on. I'm gonna make myself a cuppa and some porridge. Last night's tea, it was alright, but it wasn't a steak dinner, like, was it? And I ate it quite late as well. Yeah, it was more of get here, build stuff, get the fire going and chill out, and that's what I achieved last night, so happy days. It's different, isn't it? Different to being at the big shelter. But anyway, I'm not going to waffle too much this morning because I've obviously waffled quite a lot because I filled the full SIM card up last night, so God knows how much footage I've got to go through for you to do a video. But anyway, waffle. I'm going to get a cup of tea on the go, and I might have some porridge, and I might not. I might just wait until I get home and have something decent at home. But we'll see. Right. I'll see you when it's a little bit later. Right, well, I've decided not to put a fire on, and I've just got the gas stove on. It's nearly 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got to be back home by 12. So by the time I get packed up and everything, walk out of here, then drive home, it's going to be that time. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to get packed up while I'm having my cup of tea, tidy up camp, and get myself away home. I want to leave all the other projects for this camp for the next time I come out to here. Otherwise, this video is just going to be massive. Hopefully, I'll be out next week with Roney, so stay tuned for that. And if we are, we'll possibly do another live stream, and because they're quite good fun. But I won't be doing it for 5 hours like the last time. Anyway, if you like this video and you've enjoyed watching my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Do give it a thumbs up. And if you really like the video, or if you're a real fan of the channel, please hype all my videos. It's a new thing that's come up on YouTube, sorry, and it helps push all us smaller channels out. Okay, so you can hype them, and the more points I get on hypes, the more I'll get pushed out by YouTube to other people, and obviously that helps grow the channel, and growing the channel makes it better for me, and obviously it'll bring more viewers to the channel. So please hype it as well if you like it. I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully I'll be out with Roney. See you later.